The supernatural and religions. The faith that unites with reason. Kardec explains that the idea of the supernatural was born in times when humanity did not yet understand the laws governing the universe. Faced with phenomena that eluded human explanation, thunder, eclipses, illness, healing, death, primitive man saw in them the direct manifestation of gods. Ignorance generated fear, and fear gave rise to worship. Thus, religions based on the worship of mystery and fear of the invisible were born. Over time, scientific progress revealed that everything obeys natural causes. What was once a prodigy became a law. What was a miracle became a phenomenon. Electricity, magnetism, gravity, and even life itself ceased to be mysteries and became expressions of divine order. However, many beliefs still maintain the habit of viewing the supernatural as something separate from nature, as if God needed to act outside the laws he himself established. Spiritualism comes to restore the truth. There is no supernatural. There is only the unknown. Everything that exists is natural, even what we do not yet understand. The manifestations of spirits, for example, do not violate the laws of matter or spirit. They merely reveal a broader dimension of reality. Spiritualism does not deny the invisible. It explains it based on laws that unite the visible and the invisible in a single system of universal harmony. Modern anthropology confirms the Kardecian view by showing that religious feeling is part of the evolutionary process of consciousness. Primitive man, by projecting deities onto natural phenomena, expressed the first impulse to seek the transcendent. Humanity needed mystery before understanding the law. But now, having reached a new level of reasoning and morality, the human spirit is ready to replace fear with understanding, external worship with inner faith. Neuroscience reveals that faith and reason are not opposing forces but complementary. Spiritual experiences activate brain regions associated with empathy, perceiving meaning, and connection with the whole. This shows that belief in something greater is natural to humans, not because it depends on the supernatural, but because it reflects the innate search for order and love that sustain life. Modern physics offers the same lesson in scientific language. The universe, far from being chaos, presents itself as a unified field of energy and information, where everything vibrates in coherence. Quantum laws reveal that the observer and the phenomenon are entangled. Consciousness participates in the creation of reality. Thus, what ancient religions called a miracle is today seen as an interaction between mind, matter, and spirit, all under the guidance of divine intelligence. Spiritism does not oppose religions. It clarifies and refines them, shows that each faith, in its time, was a necessary step in humanity's spiritual education, but it also teaches that the maturity of faith consists in understanding God through His laws and not through the fear of the inexplicable. The true religion of the future will be universal, free from rituals that divide and dogmas that imprison. It will be the religion of science, illuminated by love. Kardec teaches that Spiritism is the crowning of rational faith. It does not destroy the religious feeling. It purifies it. It replaces believing because it is a mystery with believing because it is understood. It does not exclude God from the world, but reveals that the entire world is God in action, in every atom, in every law, in every soul. When man understands this, the supernatural disappears, and the natural becomes divine. Spiritual biology confirms this view. Life is not an accident, but an expression of intelligence. As the laws of evolution, heredity, and adaptation are manifestations of divine wisdom operating through time, the spirit progresses as life progresses, through experience, moral selection, and continuous improvement. Nothing escapes the law, and nothing is outside of God. Thus, the supernatural and religions symbolize the passage from childish faith to adult faith, from fear to understanding, from superstition to light. Spiritism does not deny the divine. It reveals it in the very heart of natural laws. There are no miracles, only love. There are no mysteries, only wisdom. And the more human reason advances, the more faith becomes serene, free, and conscious. If this reflection brought you understanding and peace, share it. Because understanding the supernatural and religions is perceiving that God is not outside nature. It is the very living soul that sustains it.